So as I was going through, some of the main mistakes that I made as a beginner Amazon seller, and then from my students, all the mistakes that I see them make, I came up with a list of top 10 mistakes that I see beginner sellers make, and also the mistakes that I made when I first started. Now, one of the very first one that many people don't do, and it's just so simple and it's so overlooked, is do not use the supply chain. Amazon FBA. If you're not going to do Amazon FBA, just don't even do it and save your time and effort to do something else. Because Amazon has literally created the largest, most effective, and most successful fulfillment program in the world. And if you don't use it, like, it's insane. I just don't know why you would not do that. They're going to store for you. They're going to fulfill the orders for you, and they're going to do your customer service. I don't know what else you want. They're only going to charge you 15, 20% of sales. The second thing is don't KISS. KISS stands for keep it simple, stupid. And you're going to see me talk about this. Wow, I can't even spell stupid. There you go. You're going to see me talk about this over and over and over again. Okay. And what I mean by that is they try to do too many things at the same time. They try to add complexity. They try to, do arbitrage and drop shipping and private label, and also add a Shopify store and try to sell on Walmart and try to do Etsy and all this stuff. Focus on one thing. So don't KISS plus focus. Again, you're going to see me, talk about focus and KISS everywhere and all the time. These are literally the two things that have helped me scale and blow up my business from 7 to 8 figures, from 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8 inside of this year. So this is the thing that you really have to think about very, very, very deeply. And you really have to just keep things simple. I mean, that's super, super simple, but a lot of times people don't do it. The third thing is not knowing how to budget correctly. Now, this is probably one of the most important ones. And people get overly excited, and I want to spend a little bit of time here and number 4, and I'll kind of break down to you exactly what that is. But look, if this is your first time to the channel, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Also smash that like button, because it helps the algorithm and it gets this video to show to other people. So not knowing how to budget correctly. This is something very important. Have you heard the saying, you cannot build a 7-figure business with a 9-to-5 mindset? Well, it's the same thing. You cannot build a $20,000 business with $500. It's just not possible. So what you want to do is you want to figure out what your budget is, and most importantly, what your product budget is. And what that is total budget minus, in our case, the way we teach our students, minus $500. And what that is, well, let me explain. I might kind of be confusing you right now. So what this is product budget is, I want to know how much money do I have that I can spend on a product, right? So if I've got a total of, example, if you've got $2,000, right? Let's just say 5,000, because 5,000 is more reasonable than 2,000. So you want to do minus 500 equals $4,500. So now 4,500 is really how much you can spend on a product to purchase product. The reason why we're taking this 500, this should cover you for tools, like if you want to get Helium 10, this should cover you for any like listing, creating your logo, package design, all that stuff. You want to make sure they have enough money for all this, right? So you want to take that $500, you want to leave it aside, and then $4,500 is how much you're going to buy the product, or how much you can spend for the product, up to $4,500. Now, this ties up very well to number 4, okay? Because many beginner sellers don't know how to figure out their purchase power. But now that you figured out what your purchase power is, now what you want to do is you want to figure out, okay, how many units can I buy, and how much of a product can I sell? Meaning, or how much is the product that I want to sell, or that I can sell, I actually can buy, right? And what I mean by this is, So if you found a product, for instance, that you want to say it's a $50 product, right? Rule of thumb, thumb like this or thumb like that. I think it's thumb. I don't know. Anyways, rule of thumb, 25% of sell price should be your DDP cost. DDP cost equals manufacturing plus shipping to Amazon. Okay, so your DDP cost is how much it's going to cost you to manufacture and to ship to Amazon, each unit, per unit, right? So per unit. Okay, so then what you want to do is you want to take this and then you want to say, okay, so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so for instance, in this example, and then it depends on how many units you want to buy. You want to buy at minimum, I mean, you can get away with 200 units. Let's just say 200 units. So let's say 250 units. At minimum, 250 units. Max, I want to say 1,000. Really 500. I want to say 500 for first launch, right? So for the first launch. So in this case, so your maximum price per unit that you can pay, right? So maximum would be equals 4,500, right? Divided by, so that for the maximum, it's going to be 4,500 divided by 250, right? So equals, what is that? 4,500. So 4,500 divided by 250. So that's going to be $18. And then your minimum price per unit equals 4,500 divided by 500 equals 4,500 divided by 500 equals $9, right? So that means you can, the product that you should be looking for should at least cost you $9, but then should not cost you more than $18, right? So this means potential sell price equals 18 times 4. 18 times 4 is 72. By the way, if I'm confusing you, please stay with me. I will explain. I'll explain myself. Potential sell price equals, what is this? 9 times 4, $36. $36. Okay. So what this is when you're okay. So let's just get one thing straight. The way that I got this is I simply took this and multiplied it by 4. Why? Because on average, it should cost you this is your DDP cost, right? So this is DDP, right? This is DDP. So it should cost you to purchase a product. So DDP per unit. Right, so DDP, and I don't know if you guys could hear the thunderstorm in the back. It's like crazy. So this is how much it costs you per unit DDP, right? Because again, the reason why I was doing multiply, the reason the way I got this was I took this and multiplied it by 4 because your DDP should be 25% of your sell price. Cool. So this is your sell price divided by 4. It's 18. This is your sell price divided by 4, 18. Or obviously, if you want to get here, you go 9 times 4, 36, 18 times 4, 72. That means the product that you can sell could go for as high as $72 or as low as $36, right? I mean, obviously you can go lower like $20, $25, but you don't have to. So now knowing these numbers, when you go to research a product, you want to make sure that this is the parameter that you're looking for. I see a lot of times people searching for 18 to 35 or 20 to 50 because some guru online said so, but that doesn't match with your budget, right? Because your budget, maybe it's less than this, or maybe it's more. Why should you settle for this? You can go for more. The more, just to understand, the more you invest equals the more you make. right? So the more money you invest, the more money you'll make. So if you've got $10,000, why settle for this? You can sell a higher priced item, or you can order more for the launch, order 500, order 1,000, right? I don't think you should do for the first launch, but you could definitely do that if you'd like to, okay? Again, guys, if you're finding value so far, drop in the comments, let us know. And then also, whoa, do you hear that? Drop in the comments, let us know. Also, be sure to subscribe to the channel and smash that thumbs up. So let's keep moving here. The number 5 thing is don't get into lowest barrier to entry products. And this, I see this a common mistake. People trying to, look around their homes for product ideas, looking around their home to, get things done or whatever it is. And they look at a product and say, you know what? I am a purchaser of this product. I'll probably, it'll probably sell very well. It'll probably do very good on Amazon. And that's 100% true. It'll probably do very good on Amazon, but it's also very competitive. As a brand new seller on Amazon, you should look for the most vanilla product. The most vanilla product, the easiest entry, lowest competition, and also it's easier to differentiate. And this is where I go into here. Don't know how to differentiate or add value. Differentiation and adding value is literally it's literally a video, or I'm sorry, it's literally an entire step that we spend hours and hours and hours on teaching our students how to do. Because knowing exactly how to differentiate and how to stand out, whether if that's by bundling, whether if that's by brand registry, whether if that's by, looking at the bad reviews. Here, let's add some things here. So looking at, looking at bad reviews, bundling, brand registry, etc. This is just some stuff, right? So this is just 3 things. I mean, we have dozens and dozens and dozens of ways that you can differentiate, but adding value to the customer, being different, one of the most important things, if not the most important things. And by the way, guys, if you want to work with our team directly, in the description, you're going to see a link that takes you to a short workshop that breaks down to you how we do what we do. At the end, you can apply to get on a free one-on-one strategy session with one of our enrollment advisors to learn a little bit more about our university and how you can work with us directly. So be sure to check out that link below if you'd like to do that. Number 7 is get into seasonal products. It's already, can you guys hear this? I'm like freaking out here. It's already difficult as is to find a product, let alone find a product that's only going to be hot for 2-3 months of the year. You want products that are only going to snowball over time, that are only going to get, further and further and further in demand, and that you can build your business off of, you can build a brand. Starting with seasonal products, not a good idea. Number 8 is launching too many products too quickly. I've seen this more often than not. Someone has $3,000 or $4,000. They go launch product number 1. It costs them 2. They have another 2. They go launch product number 2 or product number 3 or start ordering or whatever. And then product number 1 runs out. And then now, and then this, this kind of takes me into this, product number 1 runs out, and then now they have to relaunch the product and spend all this money on giveaways and on PPC and all this stuff. And especially when you're first starting out, you want to launch one product, you want to stick to it. I don't care if you're in BJK University or anywhere you are, you're going to probably make mistakes. You're going to make a lot less mistakes with us, but you're still going to make some mistakes. So give yourself some time. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I say this all the time. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Okay. So give yourself some time, man. Don't rush it. Launch one product, learn from it, learn how you're going to do, what you did wrong there, and then put it in the second product, all of your stuff that you learned, and make sure that you do not run out of inventory. One thing you got to understand is Amazon ranks you to the top of the pages during the first couple of weeks, simply because they want new sellers to make it, right? And that push in the beginning really helps you out a lot. And you would lose all the momentum if you run out of inventory, because you're going to drop all the way in the back of the searches. And then now you have to re-rank, but without the honeymoon period. And trust me, it is not a situation that you want to be in. But again, guys, if this is your first time here and you're loving this content so far, drop in the comments. Let me know really what more you want to see from this channel. But most importantly, subscribe and smash that thumbs up button. And last but not least is list and not launch. You want to do is you want to launch your product. When you first launch a product on Amazon, when new listing becomes active, Amazon throws you, that's not how you spell it, throws you all the way. Amazon throws you all the way in the back of the searches, man. And you need to launch your product. You need to launch your product to make it to the top of the pages, right? You need to launch your product because 80% of all sales occur among top, I want to say 10 sellers on page 1. I mean, just ask yourself, when was the last time you ever went to, you know, Google or YouTube or Amazon or Walmart or whatever, and then you went to page 5 or 6 or 10 or 15 or 20? Never. I usually make my decision, you know, just looking at the top few what's it called? Few options that I get, regardless what it is that I'm doing, whether if I'm shopping or I'm looking for a YouTube video or whatever it is. So you want to make sure that when you list a brand new product, it's not just, oh, I'm gonna list it and then I hope that it's going to work and that I'm going to generate sales. You need to actually launch it. You need to have a solid launch strategy. So those are just some of the top things that I've seen beginner Amazon sellers make, top mistakes. If you love this content and you want to learn more and work directly with our team, click the link in the description, fill out that survey, and let's chat and see how we can help you. See you in the next video. Cheers.